Hello and a very warm welcome. 2020 season ratings. The 2020 season was unique. We had to wear these and we were in a global pandemic. We started in Australia. It was a horror show. And finally, massive praise to F1 and FIA for getting a season underway. And yeah, 17 races. It was unbelievable. It started so poor, in Australia, but we got a season underway. Usually I do driver ratings for the weekend. We are now going to do all the drivers for their season overall. 2020 season ratings. I think there's only one place to start. Actually, I think I might start with the drivers. So we've got Hulkenberg, who filled in a couple of times for Stroll and Perez getting COVID. We got Aitken and Fittipaldi. So Nico Hulkenberg I will give 10. He was a super sub this season. He was fantastic. Qualified third in Silverstone, scored good points. He did a great job when filling in for Lance Stroll and Sergio Perez. Jack Aitken 9. Came in, Hamilton had COVID, Russell went to Mercedes, Aitken came in at Williams and had a solid debut. Good experience, and the only downfall was he broke the front wing in the race. And Fittipaldi did 2 races. He did Sakhir and Abu Dhabi after Romain Grosjean's mega shunt, and again solid. I will give him 9. Fittipaldi 9, Aitken 9, Hulkenberg 10. So now let's get on to the full-time drivers. All 20 drivers covered as we rate them out of 10 for their season. There's only one man to start with, and that is Lewis Hamilton. Champion with ease. Beat Bottas by 100 points. 11 wins in the season. 7-time champion. Equalled and beat Michael Schumacher's wins and destroyed Bottas all year. Picked up COVID-19, and yeah, I would say his highlight was the 7 championships, but Turkey, just another mega drive by Lewis Hamilton. Didn't have the fastest car at Turkey, but still won the race by 30 seconds. His low point would have been getting COVID. That would have really hurt him, missing an F1 race for the first time since 2007. Lewis Hamilton 10 out of 10 for the season. Bottas 5. Very standard. Another year where Valtteri Bottas doesn't fight for the title. He finished over 124 points off the title. He picked up 2 wins. Austria, the first race of the season, and Russia. And it'll just be rinse repeat next year in my opinion. Bottas needs a break. Will he come back stronger? Probably. Look at this season. He won the first race and then what else? Just not in the title fight. His high was the win at Russia, dominated. A low was another year, no title fight, just not even close. And the title's wrapped up with 3 or 4 races to go. Max, 9. Very consistent, matured. He's the team leader. He gets 2 wins. He won at the 70th anniversary Grand Prix and won at Abu Dhabi. But he needs a title challenge. Dominated his teammate Alban. His high was the win at Silverstone and the win at Abu Dhabi. Domination. His low point, again no title fight, and probably his low point was when he hit the wall pre-race at Hungary. Alexander Albon 2. It was a horror season for the softly spoken Thai driver. Deserves to lose his seat. He did pick up 2 podiums. He got a podium in Mugello and a podium at Sakhir. But 7th in the drivers in a Red Bull. At worst he has to be 4th. He finished 7th. Destroyed by Max every single weekend. Alexander Albon's high was the Mugello podium. His low point was the 2020 season overall. And he will probably get replaced by Perez. Sebastian Vettel 1. An absolute horror season from start to finish for the 4-time champion. I bet he can't wait to get in that Aston Martin. It was absolutely a woeful season for Vettel. Mistreated by Ferrari. They blamed COVID for dropping him. But it was just error after error, no confidence, didn't achieve his dream at Ferrari. P13 in the drivers. I mean, wow. His highlight was the podium at Turkey. Drove unbelievable, great start as well. His low point, the 2020 season overall. Charles Leclerc, 8. I'm very impressed with Charles Leclerc. He literally became the team leader. 2 podiums, Austria, Silverstone. Poor car, but he got the best out of it all the time. He finished 8th in the drivers. Leclerc's highlight was the podium at Silverstone. His low point was probably Turkey, when he threw away an easy podium. And also the contact where he took Vettel out in Austria. Daniel Ricardo, 7th. 5th in the drivers. 2 podiums. Solid season, number 1 driver. Destroyed Ocon in qualifying. A solid season for Ricardo, as he will go to McLaren next year. His highlight was Germany, the podium. The low point, the crash at Austria. Ocon, 5. Very standard season for Ocon. P12 in the drivers. Solid first year back in Formula 1. He got a podium at Sakhir, but he needs to improve in qualifying. Ocon's high was the podium in Sakhir. His low was qualifying. Sergio Perez, 10. My driver of the season by 100 miles. It was Gasly, but Perez has taken it to a new level. Driver of the season, 4th in the Drivers' Championship, a race winner. Race winner. He has to get the Red Bull seat for 2021. He beat Alban, and he's in a racing point. He's in a worse car than Alban, and he dominated him in the championship. Perez was outstanding, so consistent this season. His high was the win at Sakhir. His low was having COVID for both of the Silverstone races. Lance Stroll, 6. Finished 11th in the drivers, 2 podiums. Missed the race due to COVID. He had a lot of bad luck in the mid part of the season. His high was the pole at Turkey, and his performance at Turkey. His low was picking up COVID. Giovinazzi, 6. Now he has really impressed me this season. Outqualified Kimi Raikkonen in the season. Very good season. Probably the most improved driver. He picked up 4 points, 17th in the drivers. A lot closer to Kimi. His high was outqualifying Kimi. His low was the big crash at Spa with George Russell. Kimi Raikkonen, 5. 4 points, 16th in the drivers. Beaten by Giovinazzi in quali, but Kimi always shines in the race. His high was Mugello. His low was getting outqualified by Gio. Lando Norris, 8th. Finished 9th in the drivers. McLaren finished 3rd in the constructors. 97 points. 2nd year in Formula 1, very solid. He's basically a McLaren driver for years, Norris now. Likeable character. His high was his podium in Austria. His low was probably Sakhir, where he had a terrible weekend. Carlos Sainz, 8. 6 in the drivers, 105 points. Quality driver. Will go to Ferrari next year. Solid performer. His high was Monza, where he nearly won the race. His low was a lot of bad luck at the start of the season. George Russell, 8. With the machinery he has, he always delivers. He's in a bad car. He got his chance in the Mercedes, and he proved what he can do. He's beat Latifi all year in qualifying. He's dominated Latifi. In the Williams, he always gets it in Q2. Then he got his chance at Mercedes. Should have won the race. His high was Sakhir, because he was actually leading the race, out-qualifying Latifi all season. And his low was Sakhir also, because it was heartbreaking that he lost the race. But his biggest low was spinning under the safety car at Imola. Latifi, 1. up there with Sebastian Vettel for the worst driver of the year. 21st in the drivers, an absolute shocking first season in Formula 1. I mean, for every single driver, I've got a high and a low. I can't think of a high for Latifi. Not because I don't want her, I can't think of one. His low is not out qualifying Russell once. Romain Grosjean, now this one's a bit painful, but you got to judge him over the season. Romain Grosjean 3. He scored 2 points, 19th in the drivers. He survived an absolute mega shunt at Bahrain, and it's fantastic to see him walk away. His high was Germany scoring the points. His low was the huge crash he had at Bahrain, and we wish Romain Grosjean all the best in his next career choice. But you got to mark these drivers fair. Of course he's got a poor car, but yeah. Kevin Magnussen 3. 1 point in Hungary. He leaves Formula 1. A poor car, we wish him the best. His high was Hungary. Gambled on the strategy, paid off. His low getting dropped. Pierre Gasly 8. He was star of the season. He won in Monza in an AlphaTauri, but then he seemed to kind of fade a bit. 10th in the drivers, very solid season. Really dominated Kvyat. His high was the win in Monza. His low point was probably not getting another chance at Red Bull. Danny Kvyat 5. Yeah, 14th in the drivers. Kvyat had a bit of an up and down season. It's pretty clear to see Tsunoda's going to replace him. And then he starts performing once he's lost his seat. So, high was... I think he did really a good job at Sakhir. Also Abu Dhabi, he was strong in qualifying. His low is getting dropped. So let me just check we've covered everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we've got 10 teams, and we also included Fittipaldi, Aitken and Hulkenberg. 2020 was a crazy season. We crowned Lewis Hamilton a 7-time champion. Mercedes won the Constructors again. But to even have a season, F1 was the first international sport to return with COVID. And F1 FIA should hold their head up high with getting a 17 race season on. And it was good because we went to old tracks, new tracks. We went to Mugello, Portimao. We went back to Nürburgring, Turkey. And all in all, it was a fantastic season. We had great races. We had poor races. But Lewis Hamilton is the champion. 2020 season ratings done. Join me for 2020 season awards, which we always do. But yeah, we'll just run down what I gave the drivers. Hamilton 10, Bottas 5, Max 9, Alban 2, Seb 1, Leclerc 8, Ricardo 7, Ocon 5, Perez 10, Stroll 6, Giovinazzi 6, Kimi 5, Norris 8, Sainz 8, Russell 8, Latifi 1, Grosjean Magnussen 3, Gasly 8, Kvyat 5, Fittipaldi 9, Aitken 9, Hulkenberg 10. It's heartbreaking that Formula 1 is over. We have to wait till March, but any breaking news I will cover it. That is the season ratings done. Obviously we will have breaking news coming. Who's going to be getting that Red Bull seat? Rumour has it Perez will get it. Albon will be the reserve driver. Lewis Hamilton will sign a new contract. And Tsunoda will replace Kvyat. 2020 was a strange season. We had to wear the face masks. But to even get a season done, 17 races done, it's incredible. Really incredible. And they should really hold their head up high. But yeah, that is another F1 season done. Comment down below, would love to know your thoughts. And 2020, what a year it's been. Look, I've even ripped, cause my nose is so big, I've even ripped my face mask. Yeah, 2020, season ratings done. Thanks for watching. Adios.